Alright guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be making low carb keto almond flour bread. Which is this? I'm going to try to show you a picture. Alright, so we're going to be making that today. And making that involves a couple items that we're going to need to bring to the table. You're going to need teaspoons, tablespoons to measure your cream of tartar, salt, and baking powder. You're going to need cups, measuring cups, to measure out your flour. You're going to need some butter or canola or any type of spray to spray your pan. The main ingredient that you're going to need is almond flour. You can pretty much find this anywhere. The cheapest I found so far is Amazon. I'm going to order me some more once I get done with this. You're going to need salt. This is this iodine salt in here. You're going to need cream of tartar. You can find it at Walmart, Target, and Sam's Club. Any place that you go grocery shopping, they have baking goods. You're going to need baking powder, not baking soda. Let me show you what baking soda is, because if you're not a baker, you will get confused. And you do not pick this up because it says baking soda. This says baking powder. Make sure you get baking powder. Just for people who are not bakers, you're trying something new out. I'm just letting you know. Also, you're going to need some butter. I got the butter with salt, but you can do unsalted if you have high cholesterol, you watch your sodium. But I have got the butter with salt in there. You're going to need eggs. Let me show you the eggs. I just got some plain old eggs. You're going to need that too. Also, what you're going to need to make this, a couple more items. This is like a little brush that you can brush your butter in or line your pan with, instead of making it so hard for yourself. This is the easy way. I got a little spoon or a serving spoon to scoop out. You can also use activated dry yeast if you want to. It just makes it taste more like bread instead of the almond flour taste. If you're not used to it or you don't like it, it don't have a taste to me, but everybody's different. You're going to need a muffin pan. Not a muffin pan. You're going to need a bread pan. Why I say muffin pan? Or you can put them in muffin tins if you want the big ones. You can put them in there because this really doesn't rise. So you can make sandwiches out of them. That's one of the ideas I want to do. And I do not like to clean a lot, so I'm going to use my parchment paper. You'll learn. You keep watching me, you'll learn. I do not like scrubbing pans out. So let's keep it moving, and I'm going to show you everything that I'm going to do in order to make this a good meal. Alright, I'm just getting situated, y'all. Alright, you also going to need a hand blender, or if you want to use your own big blender, you can do that as well. So you're going to need 1.5 cups of almond flour, which I have here. You're going to need 3 tablespoons of baking powder. You're going to need 1 tablespoon of cream of tartar, or you can use the activating yeast. You're going to need a pinch of salt as well, and you're going to need 4 tablespoons of butter. Now, if you get the butter in a stick, it's pretty much easy to use and measure out, because on the stick of butter, it's 4 tablespoons of butter in a stick. And if you use half of the stick of butter, that's 4 tablespoons for you. And it's best to keep it at a room temperature, like I have right here, because it's easier to put in the microwave, because you need the butter melted to use when you're making or baking. You're going to need 6 eggs. You're going to have to separate your eggs. And you have to separate the whites from the yolks. So this is the yolks. The yolks are yellow. It's 6 of them in here. 1 broke. That's why you can't really see that 6th one. And then you need the whites separated. No yolk in them. Just the whites in here. Okay? So what you're going to do is put the whites in a bowl like I have right now. And I'm just going to scoot some stuff out the way so we can see it a little better. And you're going to add your cream of tartar into your egg whites. You're going to make sure you have your blender. You want to start off on low. You want to keep blending until you get sturdy peaks. So I'm going to show you once I get started. Alright, so that was a good 6 minutes of working that one arm, making sure these are stiff peaks in here. And it doubles in volume in size, so you can tell once you have it. I know you like, is it gonna work? Am I gonna get this right? Yes, takes time. Baking takes time. It's precise. So what you want to do is sit this to the side. Alright, next you have your yolks. I'm going to rinse these off, so hold on. Next, you have your 6 yolks. In the 6 yolks, you're going to add or sift, which I'm not going to do because I don't know where my sifter at. But if you use the fine almond flour, you're not going to have any chunks in there. So you want to take a little at a time and add it to your yolks, the almond flour. Also, you want to make sure you have a spatula on hand so you can scrape the sides of the bowl down. So you can make sure you have all your ingredients mixed up in the bowl. Also, to the flour and the egg yolks, you want to add your 3 tablespoons of baking powder, and you also want to incorporate your butter in there, and you want to sprinkle a little bit of salt in here as well. So we're going to mix all this together. Also, you do not need to have a blender to do this. And I know you're like, she is beating that up really, really fast. I'm really not. It's just, this blender is crazy. That's what you get when you order stuff off of Amazon. You get all the nuts manufactured in it. Alright, so what you're going to do is just mix all this in there. I'm going to take the blender, or you can take your hand if you don't have all the gadgets that I have, and make sure you mix it in there. Yes, it's looking pretty thick, but guess what? We're not quite done yet. At this time, you want to preheat your oven to 350. Let it preheat. Once the little ding goes off, then you is halfway ready to eat your keto bread loaf. So, I'm going to give this another little swirl. Make sure you clean the sides of the bowl off, so you have all your stuff in there. A little baker's trick: if you have a blender and it has all this stuff on there, you put it on high, you make sure it doesn't touch anything else, and then all of the batter will come off. So I know you're like, oh, what is she doing again? But I'm trying to tell you, I be baking, I knows what I be doing. And if you're not a baker, I wouldn't provide you to do this the first time. That's just what I'm telling you. Warning. Do not use a blender if you're not some type of experience with blending, because you're going to look around, you're going to have a hot mess in your kitchen, and you're going to be mad at yourself. Alright, so what you're going to do is just scrape the sides, put it down in the middle. Alright, I know you're like, this is thick, how is this supposed to turn into bread? Give me a moment. Remember when we made the egg white fluff, which is this? You're actually going to fold the egg white fluffs into there. When I say fold, you are not going to use the blender, but see, you're going to fold them into there. Woo, look at that. So we're going to do half and half, and at this time you want to fold it in there. So let's fold it in there. and it's going to get soft again, and it's going to turn to a more of a liquidy type, because the egg whites is going to loosen this up. Alright, we're going to add another scoop or dolly. And we're going to continue to do this until we actually have folded and incorporated all of the egg whites into our batter. Alright, we're going to add the last few scoops of the egg whites in here. And I'm going to set that aside. And what you want to do is just fold it in. Fold it in just like I'm doing. And it takes a little time and dedication, because you can see that it has changed forms again. So it was thick when we just did the flour, the dry ingredients. It was thick. And then as I added the egg whites in there, it has become more of a loose paste liquid. It's not too liquidy, but it's a loose paste. So boom. Tells you time, effort. Give it time. So now I'm going to take my spatula and I'm going to finish folding the egg whites into the batter. Get them edges, sweep around. That's what I'll say. So make sure you clean the bowl. Clean the bowl. Look at that. I told you, time and dedication, y'all. Time and dedication. So what I'm going to do is sit this aside. Remember I was telling you about this pan, and I hate to wash dishes because I am not a dishwasher. So we're going to sit this in here. One, I'm going to sit the parchment paper on top of the loaf pan. And you should have like a little extra butter left over. You're going to take that brush, remember I was telling you about? And you is going to brush this pan. You're going to brush the parchment paper. Now the parchment paper is not going to stick. But my purpose of brushing the parchment paper, because I want that buttery taste, okay? And you know, in ketos we can have fats and butter and you know, all that good stuff. So why not line that pan up with that good butter? Okay. So then next, you just gotta smash that in there. Then you're going to fold once or twice again before you pour all your mixture into the loaf pan. Alright, and make sure you scrape that bowl. But I'm going to loaf pan. You're going to bake this for about 15 to 20 minutes until it's golden brown. And then when we come back, I'm going to show you. Look at that. I'm going to show you what the bread looks like. Alright guys, so we are back. Let's talk about the bread. So I let my bread stay in there for 40 minutes because I wanted it a little golden brown. This is hot. I just took it out the oven. So, bam. Now this is how you can tell if the bread is done. You actually want to take like a wooden stick that you cook with, a screwer, and you stick it in the middle. Like I just did. Now if you stick it in the middle and you pull it out, and there's nothing on there, any residue or anything, then you are good to go. Now I'm going to show you why I wanted to use parchment paper when it came to taking this bread to another step and not cleaning up. Because look, it popped right on out of this hot pan. Ooh. It popped right on out of the hot pan. And then we pull the parchment paper down. And we're going to sit it on a baker's rack so it doesn't get steamed and it gets gooey in the middle. And look, voila! I'm not going to touch that pan because it is hot. The next thing is, this bread is very good for storing. It stores for 7 to 10 days in the refrigerator, so you don't want to keep it out. And then on top of that, if you put all your ingredients in here, and it depends on how thin or thick you want to slice this, you can make your calories to 80 calories to pretty much about 123 if you slice them pretty big. So I'm going to let mine sit. When I come back, I'm going to see how many slices I get out of it. And then I'm going to put it in my Fitness Pal. And then from there, it's going to tell me how many calories that I have from my almond flour keto bread. Okay, so we just got done cutting all the bread. So let's see how many pieces we have. So 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. So we have 18 slices of bread. Oh, shoot. 18 slices of bread. So I put all, and I scan everything into my Fitness Pal. And in my Fitness Pal, we can get 20 slices, which I have this big slice right here. I'm going to cut it down one more time. And actually, a slice of this bread is 86 calories. It is 2.2 grams of carbs, 6.9 grams of fat, 3.6 grams of protein. So, if you make this bread, get a good look. You can put all your information in there, and then from there it will calculate everything and let you know. So this is only 2.2 grams of carbs. This is not bad. And what I'm actually going to do is just put it in this box right here. But before I do that, I want to taste it. I want to taste it. I want to see how it tastes. So I got some of my butter. Got a tab of butter. And I'm just going to take this little piece that I messed up. And I'm just going to roll that butter on there. Man, like, that's a lot of butter. Yeah, it's still some right here. And I'm just going to taste it. It tastes good. It tastes just like bread. I mean, it is bread, duh. But yeah, my BLT is going to be the bomb because of the butter that I used. On top of that, I'm going to get another little piece. That's how good it is. On top of that, grilled cheese. Ha! Yeah. Yeah. This is a good substitute for bread. For a low carb bread. So I'm gonna do, I'm having trouble right now. I'm trying to eat the bread. It's delicious. I'm gonna pick this bread up. I'm gonna transfer it in my container. Once again, this bread is delicious. 86 calories. But what we're looking for and what we're mainly in is the carbs. 2.2 grams of carbs is not bad for this bread. And that's what we're actually zooming into. We just want to make sure we keep our carbs low. Because in regular bread, it is high. And in regular bread, you can get one slice and it might be 20 or 15, just depending on what kind of bread it is. You out the ball game because you have to keep your carbs or net carbs down to 20. So this 2.2, I can have like 4 pieces of this. I can have like a couple sandwiches, 2 sandwiches. Really good. I like it. Hopefully you try it. Hopefully you like the video that I made for you, and that you will come back and visit again, and you'll participate and be a part of the family. Because if you do participate, I want to know. Leave a comment at the bottom. Let me know what you are making. What have you made? Have you made this before? Have you remixed it with something else? And if you have, let me know so I can go watch your video. And come on, join me. What's the problem? We're eating here. We're eating good.